Hello and welcome back to another episode of BookTube Bestie. Today we're doing Becca from Becca and the Books. Becca is incredible. And if you don't know who Becca is, you're living under a rock. You should definitely go check out Becca's channel if you don't know who she is, but I'm sure everyone does. Becca is one of my favorite booktubers for sure. Becca reads everything. Epic fantasy, some romance, every once in a while some sci-fi, some thrillers sometimes. You know, Becca is it. Becca's just it. So I had to end the series off with Becca, especially because last year when I did BookTube Bestie, I think Becca was one of the favorite videos that I did, and I don't think Becca has hesitated to make this another incredible, emotional video. For Becca's picks, I think Becca came for me. I think she came for me. I don't think that she's trying to win. I think she's trying to see me cry. No, honestly though, like there is a chance I could like Becca's best book. Becca's best book that she picked for me is Her Soul to Take by Harley LaCroix. This is a paranormal romance. I've been looking for another like dark, sinister romance that I'm going to love the way I loved There Are No Saints. So I'm hoping that this is it. It is quick and it is short, but also I'm either going to absolutely love this book or I'm going to despise it, because that's just how I feel about romance most of the time. There is not a lot of mediocre, but I'm hoping to love it. For worst of the year, this is where I think, she did come to win. She literally came to win. She just despises me because she picked Zodiac Academy. Technically she picked Realmbreaker, but Kaylee had already chosen Realmbreaker. So Zodiac Academy it is. And Zodiac Academy, I'm sorry all you Zodiac Academy fans, but like I'm not ready. Like I'm just literally not ready. Like this is a fantasy romance, bully romance. I think it happens within a school setting, and I'm just nervous. I'm just so nervous. I'm going to hate this one. I know I'm going to hate this one. Like, if I love this, this will be like the plot twist of the century. So anyways, let's get on to reading. See you guys soon. That's all I gotta say. Hello! I just hopped out of the shower. I am home from my cabin. I've been there for about 10 days on like a little mini staycation with Nick because he took the week off work, and you've seen a lot of clips from that in other vlogs, but there are little bits and pieces that have been filmed but didn't really have places to go throughout the week, so I figured I'd give you a little b-roll of that. We went ice fishing, we did some puzzling, and we ate some good food pretty much like all week long, and that's kind of what we did. We just chilled, which is great. Salad rolls. Oh. I'm really bad. I made mine a little chunky and he's sticking out. So don't ask me to roll your salad rolls. But I came home and I had packages awaiting me. This is the late night crew merch, so I want to open this. This is for 72 hours in the haunted house, which is our horror thriller spooky readathon that is happening in February, the weekend of the 17th and 18th and the 16th, I believe. There's 72 hours in there. There is an announcement video. I can link it down below, but we have merch for it, and the merch will be running again throughout the readathon. So it's technically not too late to get anything. I forget what I ordered. Oh, I ordered 2 hoodies. Yes, I ordered a black and a red. The red is cute. How cute is that? I'm gonna put it on. I'm not a red girly. Like, I do not like the color red. I don't like to wear red. But there was something... Oh, it's so soft. This is the same quality of anything else we've done, but I just love the quality. It's super soft. I love the red on this, and honestly, I'm kind of impressed with my drawings. I do love the black, too. I like how gray the ghost is on the black one, which worked really well. And then I love the spookiness. I think this just worked really well for a haunted house readathon, and I'm very happy with them, and they turned out so well, and like they're so soft, like perfect crew necks. Now I have no idea what this is, so we're just gonna open it and find out. Like, I have literally no idea. How does this even open? Right here. It's a book. Oh, yes, 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 yes. This is so exciting. Thank you to Orbit and Hachette for sending me the third book in the Ashes of the Sun trilogy. I love the way this looks. This is so pretty. This is one of my favorite trilogies. Like, I honestly adored this trilogy. I read it all last year, and it was on my best of the year list last year. It's really, really good. It's gay fantasy Star Wars, essentially, but like, if you're not a Star Wars fan, don't like make that scare you, because it's not, it stands on its own. It's very, very different than Star Wars, but like, there is like, if you are a Star Wars fan, you'll see the inspiration, but like, for me, I didn't see it that much, because like, I'm not that big of a Star Wars fan. Sorry, guys. This cover is so pretty. I'm so excited. This is not what I thought it was going to be, actually. I don't know what I thought it was, but it was not this. And I'm very excited. The three of them look so pretty together. Let me get that for us. Honestly, I'm obsessed. The color profile of these is so pretty. And there's the two of them there. Technically, this is called the Burning Blade and Silver Eye trilogy, just for anyone knowing. And if you haven't already read it or picked it up or anything, you definitely should. Thank you again, Orbit, for sending me the third book. I've already read it. Just so everyone knows, I read an ARC copy earlier. They just sent me the final book, and I loved it. Loved it. Yeah. Okay, I haven't actually started Becca's books at the time of filming this clip, so future me will tell you about the books. I'm starting this bad boy. Wish me luck! I'm not gonna lie, I'm 13% in, and we are struggling already. There's a couple things that aren't really working for me at this moment in time. One, I'm really not a modern story kind of gal in the way that this is. I hate when a book tries to point out to you that it's like fresh and that it's modern. We've had sentences about her vape, about YouTube, about the music on the radio. We're like things that are about pop culture, things that are relevant to our modern day life, and I'm just not really a big fan of that. It really takes me out of a story. So urban, just not really for me, and I've learned that. I still like things set, I should say urban fantasy, because you're asking me to believe things that aren't real. So that's why it can work for me for mafia romance, it can work for me for serial killer romance and dark romance, but if there is an element of fantastical or paranormal or something like that, if it's modern, if it's urban, I just get pulled out of the story so quickly. Another thing that's not working for me, Insta love. I'm just not a fan. Insta attraction. That is, again, why certain tropes I think work better for me than others. I like enemies to lovers. I like serial killer romances. Enemies to lovers, they're enemies, they hate each other, and then they slowly learn to love each other. Not Insta attraction. Serial killer romance is often instant, but in like an obsessive way that it feels real to me, where something like this, like, am I supposed to think it's sexy that you want to shag each other the moment you lay eyes on them? Like, this is the love of your life. Maybe not, okay, maybe in this one it's not love of your life, but these people are like madly attracted to each other. Like, they're both, all of their thoughts are consumed with just sticking it in each other's holes. Okay, maybe not each other's. One person sticking it in one hole. And like, what? Like, let's build real chemistry. Like, sex, smut is not chemistry. And a third thing. Oh god, there's a lot of things. I am not a fan of when a POV happens within one character, and then the next chapter is the same chapter, but a different POV. You can leave things up to my imagination. I don't need to see each scene, important scene from each character. That's all. I'm crying slightly. I don't know if I can do this. BookTube bestie. BookTube bestie. Oh, fuck me. You're telling me that this lady is a literal paranormal investigator, but she doesn't believe that this will actually summon a demon? She thinks it's all gonna be fake? Like, 2 and 2 do not equal 1. 1 plus 1 does. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Send help. Blink twice if Cassidy needs help. I don't know how to feel. I won't lie. I'm into a lot of things. But chase at running and being caught, not one of those things. Like, every time they're like, do you want to run? You know I'll chase you. Like, I just cringe. Ugh. But I get other people are into it, and there's nothing wrong with being into it. Like, I know this video is going to be dramatic. I know that. I would just want to say right now, like, if you like this book, if you're into the kinks in this, good for you. Like, it works for you. No shame. Be proud of it. It's not working for me, though. And that's okay. Like, I am cringing at 30% in. Also, like, she doesn't even run, and he doesn't catch her. But every time, they're like, you can run and I'll catch you again. She hasn't ran, you haven't caught her. Like, where is this? Where is it? Where is the chase? Oh, I flipped the page. It's there. There's the chase. I scrambled to my feet and ran. Raylan ran is on the next page. Oops, spoke too soon. I still don't like it though. It doesn't give me the heebie-jeebies. Well, it does give me the heebie-jeebies actually. It doesn't give me the warm tingling feelings. I'm just here to say that the last line I read was, "Come on my eggplant doll." But he's not in that hole, so she can't. Why are you trying to tell her to do impossible things? You're in the wrong hole. Honestly, my hair is a mess, and that's just the vibe of this video, because that's how I feel. This protagonist is so dumb. So dumb. And you know what? I can handle a dumb protagonist in terms of, like, you can see why they would make dumb choices. But, like, rule 1 of being a woman is to not drink drinks you didn't see poured, especially if someone's trying to kill you. This girl's dumb. Dumb, 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 dumb. I kid you not. We've been using the word doll as a pet name all book long. About 5 pages ago, they changed doll to baby girl because now they have admitted their feelings for each other. We have used baby girl in these 5 pages 18 times. I've been counting. 18 times in 5 pages. It's not. That's... I finished her Zodiac, and this book taught me a lot about my romance preference, because I think when you look at me and hear me talk about what I want from a romance, you actually would put me as a contemporary romance girl. Because after reading this book, I learned the things I want are the intimate moments between characters. I want to see a character relationship develop. I want to see them have deep conversations. I want the smut scenes to be there at segments and spots that make sense to the progression of their characters together. And to be honest, it could probably be fade to black. I don't actually care. I'm not a smut girl. I did learn that. But the reason that contemporary romance doesn't work for me, and why I always have to read dark romance, why I like dark romance, I shouldn't say always have to read, but why I like dark romance, I don't want the problems of the book to be the characters. I don't want the first act breakup. I don't want miscommunication. I want I want to watch them unfold as characters together, going through this relationship, this world together as like one unit. And I want the rest of the world to be the issue. So this story had the cult. That was the issue. Or in There Are No Saints, there's the other serial killer. So they have to work together as a unit against the big bad. And that's what I want from romance stories, which means I have to go into the genre of dark romance because I have yet to find any type of contemporary romance that has something like that, escalating the plot forward. But within dark romance, I find they tend to actually be more erotica than romance. And I don't care about it. Like, I don't want to, I'm not here for the smut. I skim most smut scenes. So, like, but in dark romance, a lot of times, a lot of those triggers come from those smut scenes that make it so dark. I don't need it. I don't need that. I don't need that. Which I think is why I stan Sophie Lark as my favorite romance author at this moment in time, because I think she does a really good job of blending all three things together. She's got good smut, she's got good plot, and she's got good character relations. And so far she's the only author I feel like who's really worked for me. So yeah, if you have any romance recommendations like that, let me know down below, because this book had far too much smut for me and not enough chemistry between the characters. One thing I will say this book did really well for most of it is a discussion on never being ashamed of your kinks, and also a discussion on what's okay and everything is okay to an extent. Obviously you're not hurting someone else, but we have very honest conversations about having fantasies about someone chasing you, about being a weak, being used and abused by a man in a safe way. She's not fantasizing that this man is going to rape her, and that there is a clear line. She's fantasizing that within their bedroom she can yell for help, she can yell, "Get off of me," and they can have like a understanding that this is okay and that this is just a play acting scenario. There was a safe word, everything. I will say I have one little quip. I have one little issue where the safe word was used and it was not listened to. And I mean, it made sense for the scene that we were in, but I think having had a big conversation about things like this throughout the book, it really just like annoyed me, because I do think safe places to do your inner fantasies, to live through things, to not be ashamed of these fantasies is a really beautiful thing. And I did like that about the story. I also, I feel like talking to you right now, you're all gonna be like, why the fuck did you give this 1 star? But I also did like the cult storyline. I liked what was happening in terms of plot. It was just far and few for me. Like, we had too many moments of bad sex. Too many moments. I've heard the language in the story just did not work for me. I mean, things that were said a lot. Mama bear, god damn it woman, don't you dare look at that thick hunk of meat, talking about someone's eggplant. The overuse of doll and then the overuse of baby girl. These things just did not work for me at all, and they were bringing down my enjoyment so much. Our main character, oh my god, don't get me started on her. Like, she's dumb. I have no other way to explain it. I did not like her. She made my reading experience terrible. There was no chemistry between these two. It was just sexual attraction, but I'm supposed to believe that they're in love at some point, and I just don't. This was a fail. Becca, I don't think you can come back from this, which means I'm gonna read Zodiac Academy for literally nothing. I think next year, Becca, you're only allowed to be on BookTube Bestie if you have a favorite that is a long, chunky epic fantasy that you need me to read. I think that's our deal. I don't think I can do this again. I see why Becca likes this. I actually completely see that. And I need to like put a disclaimer out here again. You are perfectly fine to like this. Just because I didn't like it, it does not mean that it's a bad book. And there are people out there who want these things. It just isn't what I want out of a story. I see. After reading Desperate Measures and this story though, I feel like I've learned a lot about Becca. And her romance taste. Anyways, let's read Zodiac Academy. Let's just do the dang thing. I'm just saying, the first like 10% of Zodiac Academy seems awfully familiar. Like, have you watched the Winx cartoon? Awfully familiar. They even have the same planet name. I'm also not alone because I looked at it on Reddit and other people are with me. Interesting. I have a package. And let's talk about Zodiac Academy. Oh, I thought it was something book related. It's a hat. It's a cowboy hat. Oh, it's so cute. I have a murder mystery Wild West themed coming up, and I'm like a saloon girl because I'm running it, and so all my costume pieces are coming. Oh my god, I'm gonna talk about Zodiac Academy in my new cowboy hat. I am 25-30% into Zodiac Academy, and the funny thing is I'm liking this a whole lot better than I liked Her Soul to Take. Because it's not all smut. Like, seriously, I am not a smut girl. I've learned this. This book is poorly written. I will say that. I'm not loving it, but I'm enjoying it more than I enjoyed Her Soul to Take. But the thing is, I'm DNFing it. If this wasn't the last BookTube Bestie video, I would be finishing this story because it would need to go on the leaderboard properly to know where it is. But after reading Her Soul to Take, I know Becca is in last place and she can't come back from it. It'll just get like a deeper last place. And I don't see this book getting more than a 2 because I'm just not this person. Like, 2023 is the year, now that I'm done BookTube Bestie and I don't have to read things for things like this. 2023 is the year that I stop reading books I absolutely don't think I'm ever going to continue. Like, why would I read the story and then suffer through it to then never pick up the next one? Because I know I am not this romance girly. Like, it's just not me. This story is not for me. So yeah, I've decided that I'm DNFing it, and then I'm just gonna save myself a whole bunch of problems, a whole bunch of time, and I'm gonna make myself a whole lot happier. So yeah, we're DNFing this. I guess I should take off my hat and we should now wrap up. BookTube Bestie over here. I'm so cringe. Honestly, I like the hat, it might stay. There we have it. That is the end of BookTube Bestie. Thank you to every single person who decided to be a part of it, who has watched all of these premieres or all of the videos with me. Hi to everyone in the premiere currently. Thank you for being here. And thank you to everyone. Thank you so much. So much for pushing me outside of my comfort zone. I think that this month was a huge success for me, even though I ended with 3 1-stars this month. Although 2 of those were not from BookTube Bestie. I think I only got 1 1-star from BookTube Bestie. I got a couple 2-stars. In the end, I think for statistics, it's really not that bad. I absolutely hated 4 out of the 9 worst of the year, which is pretty good. I mean, that means that I had a lot of BookTube Besties, but I did have 1 out of the 9 worst of the year that I absolutely loved. First 5-star of the year. Out of the best books, I absolutely despised 3 out of the 9, which, like, I think that this stat just shows how much I hate books. Do I even enjoy reading? I do enjoy reading. Don't come for me. And I absolutely loved 2 out of the 9 books. Out of all of the stories, in combined the 18 books I read for BookTube Bestie, I loved 3 of them. I had 2 4-stars and 1 5-star, which to other people probably sounds terrible, but to me is beautiful. There's a bunch of 3 stars too. I gave 8 books 3 stars, which is like, I'm okay with that. I like that. And then I thought it was really interesting. Kaylee gave me 2 books about pirates. Dom gave me 2 indie books. Aaron gave me 2 epic fantasy series. Ashley gave me 2 books that were like mages and like kind of a school setting. Both Vicious stories I feel like were stories with messages. They were stories that you had to think and feel about. They were also epic fantasy. Actually, I think they actually were both historical fantasy. And Becca just hates me. No, Becca, I love you. Thank you so much for being a part of this. But Becca just gave me 2 romance books. My favorite episode. It's a tie between Aaron's and Johan's. Johan's I love because I got a 5-star read. Oh, yeah. Johan's I love because I got that 5-star. But Aaron's gave me 2 series that I'm like ready to continue in now, which made me happy. Also Along the Razor's Edge is probably the biggest win. Because although I loved The Collar Round, I have no news for a sequel. So like Along the Razor's Edge, I'm ready to just like get on reading. There we go. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me. Let me know right now what your favorite episode of BookTube Bestie was. This needs to be cranked down a little. Because I think it's really interesting to see what your favorite episode was, and yeah. And then if you're not feeling chatty and you'd like to leave me a comment down below just to say you were here, leave me some kind of western emoji because I got my new cowboy hat. Yeehaw! Oh god, back on. I'm so cringe. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to connect with me on other... Come on, focus on me. If you'd like to connect with me on other platforms, my Bookstagram, my Book Twitter, my Goodreads, and my Patreon are all linked in the description bar below. Have yourselves an absolutely remarkable day. And I won't see you in the next episode of BookTube Bestie, but the next video coming to you should be Snakes and TBR Stacks.